Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Divine Journey. So, I got this building pretty well done, except for what we're going to be covering today in here. This is our potion room, our potion shop, so to speak. So, if we step on inside, this is what it looks like so far. I did a lot of like greens. I thought it kind of fit like the alchemy theme of it, and over here on the left-hand side, we have our vat setups. Now, we're going to be automating one of these. That's for concentrated cloud seed today. But I did move our fire water setup. You know, water comes in, potatoes, sugar makes hooch. Hooch goes in, blaze powder, and redstone, it makes fire water. And back in here, we have a reservoir, and then these are filtered conduits. We'll get into that in just a minute. But this says, you know, only sugar can come here, only potatoes can come here. Of course, that makes hooch, and then redstone and blaze powder makes the fire water. And then I just have an interface here that says if you send it a bucket, you get a fire water bucket, and then we have a tank here set to push-pull. And that's, I mean, it's very, very simple. And then on the other side, we have potions. This is for the standard Minecraft brewing stands. And we're going to be automating those today for our magnum torches. So that's what I want in here. And then over here, we have a statue. This is Hobbit Kitty. And I've got the sign right here, actually. But, of course, you can tab over these and see statue Hobbit Kitty. And since she is actually a chemist in real life, I thought it was very, very fitting to have her in charge of our potion building. So, she's over here just working on potions. And there's these really nice alchemy tables from DecoCraft. Absolutely love these things. They're very fitting for like an alchemy type room, I feel like. And then we've got a couple more, I guess, magical things around. We've got like some potions there. We've got some spilled potions here. And then if we step on back, we have this. And I figured I was going to go with kind of a organized chaos type look for the potion building, and I may add a little bit more DecoCraft stuff throughout here once we get the facades and stuff in for this section. But back in here we have dark oak potion shelves. All those potions of healing, I have a use for them now. We put them back here, and we also have AE2 access back here. And these ones, of course, are green because they have a green smart cable back there connecting into the terminals. And then we just have a mix of potions and storage and stuff around through here. And then these are Kraken lamps. So these things are made using those Kraken beak things, or Kraken skins. Iron around Kraken skin gets a Kraken lamp. Kraken skin is just Kraken scales. Kraken scales are just ink sacs, which we'll actually be using that today. Now that I think about it, we'll be using it for a rune as well. So so far I'm very happy with this building. this little like shop type setup. So today we're gonna start out by doing a little bit of automation, and the first thing that I want to go for is before we get into runes and Botania, I want to get magnum torches automated. Well, semi-automated. QED, I can't really automate that because of the nature of the QED. That's fine. We're gonna automate as much as we can. That's mainly the potions of healing and the potions of regeneration too. Okay. So what we're gonna do? Let's go ahead and pull up some recipes here. And I've got patterns. Let me order some more patterns because I know we're going to need it. And let me change this to auto search for a minute. And we're going to work on magnum torches, because this is going to help a lot with like invasions and whatnot. Even from Lycanites, this is going to help a ton. Now technically I have potions of healing coming in from the mob farm. But I would like to go ahead and just get these automated real quick. So potions of healing. These are awkward potions. That's water bottles and nether wart. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that if you take a water bottle, and I'll put that into there, and you take nether wart, and then I just have to get it crafted. Let's go ahead and throw it into a brewing stand. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this 3 at a time. Instead of doing just one, we'll say that's how you get awkward potions. And let me get some more water bottles here. Because might as well, if I'm going to use the materials, might as well make 3 at a time instead of just one. So if you throw all these into there and nether wart, and actually before I do that, let me set the filters, because what I've got is the interface is going to pump into this chest, right? So the chest is going to extract, and we're going to say always active. And then what we're going to do is the top side is this ingredient that goes here. So we're going to say, let me get some filters. And I might as well go ahead and order advanced filters. Now on the other side I use just standard. That's fine because we're not going to have as much stuff being filtered into those. So it's not as big of a deal. But I think for these potions, depending on how many different types of potions we end up needing, I don't know for sure, but might as well go ahead and go with the advanced filters. So we're going to say insert, and we're going to filter that, and we're going to say netherwort. Go into here. And then on the back side, we're going to say you can insert, filter, and water bottles. You can go into there. And the bottom, the extraction, we're not going to do that just yet, until we get our awkward potions. And over here, let's say that this can insert, but we're going to make it the brown channel. Alright, this is going to be a separate channel here. And let me dig down here. By the way, these are just essence bricks, so. Alright, there is our awkward potion. And we'll just put this into here. We're going to say filter, awkward potion, brown channel, extract is always active. So then it can pull those out and dump them back into the system. So now if we come over here, we have awkward potions. 3 of them. And we're just going to put this into there. We're going to get 3 awkward potions. And we'll just encode that. And there we go. That first recipe is done. And it's really that simple for all of the different recipes. So for Potion of Regeneration, to make the standard one, it is a gas tier with an awkward potion. So let's get gas tiers and awkward potions. And then what we're going to do is right here say that you can insert gas tiers, and then right here you can insert awkward potions. Oh wait, no, I don't want... I'm sorry. I don't want these over here because then it would just pull them right back out from the bottom. So that one, or for this recipe, we're going to move on over to the next setup over here. We're going to say that you can insert on the brown channel, and then we'll say that you can insert with a filter gas tier. And these filters are done. Let me go ahead and grab those. And basically each brewing stand will be in charge of different, like multiple recipes. But when they overlap like this, like awkward potion can be extracted, then we'll just come down and do another setup. And then I'll probably end up spreading them out a little bit as well. So let me go get awkward potions, and we'll set this recipe up. We're going to say gas tier and 3 awkward potions. And I'll just put those into there and let that run for a second. And then we've also got the potions of healing. These require awkward potions with glistening melon. So let me go ahead and make a quick recipe. Well, not just yet. Let me order another... Oh yeah, we're out of netherwort. I swear I'm like always out of netherwort. Okay, well there's our potions of regeneration. So we'll go ahead and just pop these into here. And then to make them into the next tier, we take our potions of regeneration and then glowstone to get our tier 2. So let me get just a piece of this. We'll say send glowstone as well. And I guess we're going to have this just maybe come over to here. Like basically have these first 2 brewing stands. Or no, I'm going to come down 1. Because this one's going to be making awkward potions. I may just leave it so that all it makes is awkward potions. Because of course that's like the core ingredient for all other potion making. So we'll do that. So that you can take glowstone dust. Potions of regeneration. Oh yeah, and you can extract potions of regeneration. Let's extract that. And over here, we'll put a filter into this. Okay. So then if we pop in all of that, it's going to start making our potions of regeneration too. And that's going to have that part of it done. Okay, making those potions. As for netherwort, let me get... And actually, I messed up. That netherwort was supposed to be for cultivating a new crop. Oops, looks like I'm going to the nether. Oh my gosh. Okay, extract always active, and there we go. Our potions of regeneration get pumped out. And let me put this into here. We're going to say you get 3 of these in code. Okay, it didn't take too long to find a patch of nether wart. So this will be good for today, and then probably next episode, I'm going to try to, between episodes, I'm going to try to get the agriculture area started so we can maybe get essence being farmed and then also like nether wart as well. Maybe start working on agricraft next episode as well. So, just briefly. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on agricraft, but just kind of go over it. So, alright, let me get back over to home. Okay, let me order 3 more awkward potions, and then, let's see. We'll see it running here in just a second. Pow, pow, pow. There we go. And then we'll set up our, let's go ahead and make a quick recipe here for the chandelier. Now, this doesn't require enticing crystals. However, let's see. I guess for right now, I'm going to make a manual, because we haven't even got the, I don't even guess we've gotten the soul binder set up and going. But we don't have the villagers, the automatic villager souls set up. And all of that stuff, the soul binder and whatnot, we're going to be covering that a bit later. We're going to be automating it and stuff. If you recall, I mentioned that, but I said, you know, I would like to get into some magic before we get right back into tech. So, alright, there's one, and there's one. I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 of them. So, okay, and we'll pop back over here. Oh yeah, and I'm going to need some XP levels. It's like 10 levels per, so let me pop over here to the library. And we'll get like 20 levels. Just go ahead and make 2 enticing crystals. But we will definitely want to be automating those. They're not hard at all to automate, so we'll be automating all the soul binder stuff, so. Alright, go ahead and get running. Oh yeah, this doesn't even have a power line anymore, does it? Okay, our 2 enticing crystals are done. And I think that's really it. Now, I am going to have to automate the dust. But I think for right now I'm going to have it be manual, because I don't think there's a ton of stuff that we're going to need the dust for. And there's a couple different ways that you can make this Eden dust. So I think, let me see. Okay, weighted gold pressure plates are automated. Let me grab some of those. Regular vanilla torches, I'm going to go ahead and automate those. Let me do it in the correct terminal here. And then we're also going to need some Eden dust. Now this can be obtained from pretty much any kind of Eden flower. We have Sunbloom, we have Eden brush, and then Sun blossoms. So let's see, I've got some Sunbloom and some Sun blossom right here. I'm just going to go ahead, actually I'm going to need more than this though. So I'm going to have to pop over to Eden. We may automate this. What all uses are there for it? Just chandeliers, that's it. And then you can also use it as an ammo in some of the weapons. I don't really think that we need it to automate it for ammo. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just pop over to Eden. And let's see if we can get some of the Sun Blossoms. Yeah, that's the grass from Eden. So if we do automate it, that's how we're probably going to automate it. But I think, I mean, for right now, if I just run through here and just grab up a bunch of this stuff, this is going to make a fair few chandeliers. So if we break all this stuff down, what do we got? It's 30 Eden dust. Okay. That'll be good for a while, because that's 6 chandelier, or 6 magnum torches. And of course, those are going to go a long ways, because they do affect a fairly large radius. But if we find that we need a ton of magnum torches, I don't know for sure if magnum torches are used to anything. We'll check that in just a second. And what all chandeliers are used for. Let's see. These are just used for magnum torches. Magnum torches are used for Sigil of the Blood Lamp. And that's it. Okay. Which I do want a Sigil of the Blood Lamp. I'm going to get into sigils a bit more once we start automating blood. Just because it's one of those things, like, my blood is precious to me right now. I don't want it to go to waste. Alright, so Eden dust and, oh yeah, patterns. Let me get some of these. And in code, there's how you get chandeliers. Go. And then our potions of healing, right? We should have our awkward potions done. So let's go ahead and get these finished out. We're going to do 3 of these. And for our potion of healing, it is glistening melon. Okay. Let me actually automate glistening melon first. Now, realistically, we could probably just run this entirely off of stuff from the witch drops because we get a ton of those potions of healing, but I tend to like having the stuff automated too. You know, at least this section of it. Alright, let's get a glistening melon. And we'll just make a quick recipe here. 3 awkward potions and a glistening melon. And then let's put it into this first slot. We'll say, you can accept glistening melon. The rest of that's already set. Because this already knows it can take awkward potions. And there's our potions of healing. And we'll just pop these into there. There we go. And then for our next rank, it's just glowstone once more. So all we really have to do is just put potion of healing into this back slot and then just pop all this stuff in there. Oh yeah, and you know what? I need to put potion of healing on this one as well. Almost forgot. And then of course we can automate any and all other potions that we want or need over here very, very simply. So, and even once I facade this, you know, we can still access that with, well, when we're holding like a conduit or a wrench or something. Of course we can see through that. Okay, and there is our better potion of healing recipe, like our tier 2 ones. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these into the interfaces. This is the awkward potion recipe. And that's the better potion, and I believe I already put this into the filter, right? Yes, okay. So we are done automating those potions. And then let's see, Magnum Torch is 5 chandeliers. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to get more enticing crystals. For sure. Okay. Oh, let me go get 3 more villagers real quick. Because I would like to get at least our first Magnum Torch today. And it will be super handy because, of course, no mobs will be able to spawn around us. And I'm thinking like maybe the Botania area. Have it so that no mobs can spawn and where we can just kind of hang out and be safe. So let me grab that. Looks like we got some blood in here, which is fine. That's why I have this set up to get rid of any blood that gets into the system. I always forget about needing all this XP. May have to set up like a secondary obelisk over there or something. Use my XP and use my XP. It really doesn't take all that long, you know, even the manual route. So, alright, and I'm going to dump this into here, and might as well go ahead and dump all this stuff as well. Alright, so let's order ourselves 5 chandeliers. There we go, and that should get crafted fairly quickly. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to want a potion of regeneration. And I'll go ahead and dump these instant health potions into there. And then all we need is just a couple pieces of wood. So oak wood sounds good. Totally rhymed. And we'll just lay these out like this. And there we go. We are crafting our Magnum Torch. Ow. We may make some more Ender Flux crystals soon-ish. I think we're out of... I can't remember if we're out of... no, we have Christmas lights. I can make those super easy. Alright, and so we completed a quest under Gadgets, the Magnum Torch. Create a Magnum Torch. This device allows you to create a mob-free zone in a 64-block range from wherever you placed it. And we get a vacuum hopper for doing that. So we have reached that wonderful era of Magnum Torches. Which means Lycanites invasions and the like, it's going to be fine. Mobs aren't going to be able to get to us generally unless they come up, you know, a fairly large, long distance to reach us. Which if so, more power to them. And I guess we're going to go ahead and just put this, let's see, 64 blocks. I mean, that's fairly far. I think we're going to have the Magnum Torch setting right here. And I mean, that's going to cover this island, part of that one over there. Even if we don't have the area lit up, that's fine. And no mobs are going to be spawning. So basically, I'm going to want one of those for like every island, I think. Long term. But for right now, one is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into a little bit of Botania today, which is going to be potions, or not potions, I'm sorry, runes, which we're going to have to go to the potion, back to the potion building in just a moment. So the first rune that I want to go for is the Rune of Air, because we need that for this guy. So, let's see, light blue wool, that's not a problem. I can just dye it. That's probably what I'm going to do. Wildwood leaves, I'm going to have to go gather some of those, but that's fine. Aether is automated. Elemental inscription tool, you know how that goes. The main two things that we're going to need to look at is cotton seeds. These require 9 cotton seeds to get a cotton seed bag. And then the concentrated cloud seed. So let's start with the concentrated cloud seed. That is the other half of this building, and I'll show you how this automation works. So what we're going to do is let's get clay block. We're going to put that into here. Because concentrated, or cloud seed, standard cloud seed, is a combination of ice and clay. And let me go ahead and just teach it really, really quickly how to make, how do you do it? It's packed ice is what I want. Ice on the pure daisy can do it. Fluid transposer can do it. Yeah, I'm actually going to do the fluid transposer recipe, I think. And that's just because going the pure daisy route, it's like, for my setup, it's like 16 channels. And the fluid transposer method would be just as quick, if not quicker. So, alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to dump some ice into there, let that run, and it should have made a packed ice. Okay, and I mean, this isn't something that we're going to have to be working with a whole lot, like too often. I'm not for sure what all uses there are for it. Let me double check that, but let's see, packed ice, there you go. That gets that. Awesome. Now, we could just use standard ice, but really, packed ice is easy enough to make. There's really no point in not going with the packed ice. If we take a look here, packed ice can be used to make RX treats, runes of winter. Okay, that's a step out of the way then. And then our cloud seed. But you'll notice that packed ice is ×1. Regular ice is only 0.5. And that's like clay blocks are ×2, where standard clay is only 0.5. So that's why we're going with that. Let's get... Actually, this has already got a crafting card. I'm going to go ahead and put packed ice into this and say keep 64. And you'll see that it is crafting for us at the moment. And then also keep... I'm just going to do like 20 clay for right now. That's fine. I don't know why I'm doing like a stack. It's a habit, I guess. And then let's get some item conduits and item filters. Just a standard filter is fine. Let me go ahead and get like one more of these. And I ordered an interface earlier. Yep, there we go. And then that's it, really. So what we're going to do is we are going to just set up our item conduits. We'll have them setting right over here. We've got one already. We're going to say that you can insert with a filter, packed ice, clay blocks. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put down, yeah, we'll go ahead and put down our interface. That's going to be setting just right here. And we're going to go ahead and wrench it. There we go. And it's already connected into the conduit. And then we're also going to need to move water over to this. So let's just get some pressurized fluid conduit. And all we have to do then is just run this down along like that. Go ahead and say that you can extract always active. And there we go. It's pumping water into this, and you can see that it's running, and it's going to be creating cloud seed. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to push this liquid up into this vat. And we go ahead and say, you can pull. And then to make concentrated cloud seed, it is just more clay ran through here. So once more, we're going to go ahead and just put clay into this. Let's go ahead and put an item conduits. Don't want you to connect. Don't want you to connect. We'll say insert with a filter, clay blocks only. And there we go. It's starting to fill that up with clay. And you can see we've got cloud seed right here, and it's running to make concentrated cloud seed. So then what we're going to do to finish this out is just get a tank. We'll just go with a standard fluid tank. There we go. And we'll put down our tank right here, and we're going to say that you can push-pull from the back. And then we're going to teach it a recipe. We're going to say that if you take a bucket, and this is taking a little bit to run through this concentrated cloud seed, it looks like. But that's the nice thing, is we're going to have a buffer, you know, set up. Looks like it makes 2,000 concentrated cloud seed. And let's go ahead and say that you pull from the left-hand side. You can see it's getting that concentrated cloud seed, and it just got sucked into the system here. Concentrated cloud seed bucket. And we'll just encode that. And that's really all there is to it. Now concentrated cloud seed is automated. Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia! Eight-legged terrors!
Alright. Mobs are spawning there. We're going to pop over here where mobs can't spawn. Oh, wait. Interesting. It looks like the Magnum Torch does not affect Lycanite's mobs. How interesting. Yeah, everything is still spawning even with the Magnum Torch up. Huh. Well, those aren't quite as effective then as I had originally thought. Okay, well anyways, if we take a look at Rune of Air now, Mana Powder, Mana Steel, we're going to automate those as well today. Wildwood Leaves. Okay, let me pop over and get a bit of these Wildwood Leaves, actually. Because I am going to want... it's not like I need a ton of these. I actually need a small little stockpile.
Hell's Fury!
Good.
Meet your doom!
Alright, so I just ran through a set of shears, and there's over 3 stacks. And honestly, I think that's plenty. I don't think we'll ever need Wildwood Leaves again, unless they're used for something else, which I don't think they are. I'm fairly certain it is only for Runes of Air. Yes. So, yeah, we'll probably never again need those. Okay, so the last thing that we need to get is Cottonseed. Okay, I just ordered an autonomous activator, and then I'm also going to want, let's see, a vacuum chest. Get that. And then let me get a trash can. Set that back. Oh, vacuum chest is done. We'll go ahead and grab that. And let's get a trash can. So one of these. And then I'm also going to want a filter. There's that. And then let's get... Let's see, we got item conduits. I'm also going to want a Horn of the Wild. So this is... Because see, we need torchberries from the Twilight Forest. Now that's only popping our heads into the Twilight Forest. We might go ahead and go pop into the Twilight Forest real quick. Because I need that for the setup. And I need this setup for our air rune automation. So, okay, well we're going to go for that. And then I'm also going to want a block placer. And I want this one here from Project Red Expansion. It requires dark steel, stone, piston, and then a block placer. So let's go ahead. Let's get a couple dispensers. It's 1, 2, 3. And we'll get our dispensers. 1, 2, 3. And then block of plastic. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So there we go. We'll go ahead and get that ordered. And then we'll pop into the Twilight Forest. It'll just be briefly. We're not going to go for bosses right this second or anything like that. We're just going to go there for torchberries, and then later on we'll revisit that. We'll go for the, you know, go for actually killing some bosses and doing some of that stuff. Alright, so there's our block placer. And then let's go ahead and change it over to the Project Red expansion block placer. So, piston, let me just order it. And there we go. There's our block placer. So really all we need right now, I think, is the Horn of the Wild. That comes to mind. Oh, and you know what else I'm going to need? I'm going to need, well, I could do without an ender chest, I guess, technically. Because I've got this interface right here, which would work. So that's probably what we'll use as that interface. Okay, so we're going to need to go to the Twilight Forest. So, let me see. Do I have any... I have 9 dandelions. Let me grab those. Let me grab this poppy that's in here. That's 10. And then we're going to need just a couple more flowers. There's a couple right over here. Doesn't matter what kinds. Honestly, I could have... Or no, I think it has to be 1 tall, right? I don't think we could use the sunflowers. Okay, and I think our Twilight Forest portal, we're going to have it over here. And that's my plan. So let's see, we'll put it right here. And we'll just surround it with our flowers. And I'll probably end up changing the flowers that are around this at some point, but for right now that works. And then let me get a couple buckets of water. So water right there, water right there. Okay, so now to actually open the Twilight Forest, we are going to have to get ourselves a beacon. And I can't remember, are the quests unlocked already for the Twilight Forest? No, they want us to make a beacon. And that ties into a quest somewhere. Okay, so to get a beacon in this pack, it's actually not terrible, but it does require a little bit more effort. It requires a block of mana diamond. And then we are going to have to get a nether star as well. So let's... I'm fairly certain I don't have any nether stars. I do not. So, let's see. Mana diamond. We have 4. We'll just go ahead and dump this into there. There we go. There's our block of mana diamond. And then I'm going to just, for the wither, I think for this time, I think I'm just going to pop into Runic Dungeons to get it. Because, let's see, I should have a key around here. If we can find a wither. We're going to try this door right here. Oh, this is a bookshelf place. Okay, that's fine. I need these ancient bookshelves anyway, so let's go ahead and just grab these. There is an absolute ton of them. And let me get out my torches. And I'm just going to dump these into the system. There we go. Okay. And, okay, that cleaned out the top floor too, which is great. What all do we have here? Electrical steel, we've got imp leather, aquatic trident, arlemite, shadowstone, yellorium lead, shadow bar. We got another, well, there's a common treasure, but we also got another basic backpack, ender IOs. I'll take all that. That's fine. Gold armor, redstone, frost events, vibrant crystal, jeweled apple. Stuff's not too bad, I have to say. We're getting some pretty decent stuff. Taint shard, snowstorm bow, jungle knife, ferrous. And then here is our dispenser. I mean our dropper that we needed. Go ahead and just grab that. Okay. So, we've got this room all cleared out. Let's see, where do we want to go to next? I think it will go down next. Oh no! No! Ah, okay. That's not where we need to go. I wish Runic Dungeons, like all the doors attached to it, would open. It looked like on the map we hadn't been there, but I was incorrect. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to go get a nether star the old-fashioned way. We could set up a spawner, but I'm not ready for that right now. Okay, so let's get... Let's see, how many modifiers? This has 60% chance to behead right now. Let's see, let's add some modifiers to this. So first up, we're going to do the gold one, and then what is the... Oh, it's diamond and something for the second modifier. I can't remember, though. It's been so long since I messed with this stuff in 1.7. I can't remember. It's, the first one is diamond and gold block. The second one is a diamond block and a notch apple. And then the last one is a nether star, and then you have the creative modifiers. Okay. And then I'm also going to want a couple ender pearls and a couple pieces of obsidian. Because we're going first up for like 100% beheading on this. So there we go. We'll get an additional modifier, and then another additional modifier. And then we'll go up to, let's see, 70% chance to behead, 80% chance to behead. Okay, so now we're rocking a pretty decent sword. That is fine. Okay, and then what I want to do, let's see, where is my, right here, skeleton spawner. And what we're going to do is we're going to shut off our Killer Joe. We're going to say active with a signal so that it's going to start running. And then let me pull out that. We're going to say spawn exact copy, yes, and put in our skeleton. Come on. There's another Wither Skull. There we go. And I'm going to leave it off for right now. I guess technically I could just put the sword into the Killer Joe and there we go. We'd have it. We'd be able to get Wither Skulls that way too. So, alright, I'm just going to put those in there. I'm not going to have anything running right this second. I'm going to let it kind of build up on some stuff for right now. Okay, so let's go get our first Wither skeleton outside of the Runic Dungeon. Or Wither outside. Honestly, I may spawn it though. Well, what? Oh, I bet. Yeah, I know what happened. It doesn't actually have a drawer that it goes to yet, so it's just probably tied up in this. Yes, we got 4 of them, and we're just going to pop it into this drawer here. There's our soul sand, and yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just spawn this inside of the Runic Dungeons, because I think everything's pretty well witherproof in there, so I think that would be the best. Yeah, that's all unbreakable. There we go, we got the beginning achievement. I guess we didn't get that for killing the Wither before. Or maybe we weren't far enough into the vanilla achievements to get it. Okay. I'm just going to take him out. There we go. We got the beginning achievements. Oops. And that means we can go get our... I'm just going to head over on this to this side, but we can get our beacon now. At long last. And I believe that completes a quest, and then once we pop into Twilight Forest, that'll complete a quest as well. So let's order ourselves a beacon. And let's see, did this complete a quest? A Garden of Peace. Yes, we got a beacon. Your key into Twilight. And we get 2 empty cores for that. As well as into your tier 5 blood magic. Okay. Well, tier 5 blood magic, I'm not in a rush for that just yet. Until we get automatic blood, I have no interest in getting into tier 5 blood magic. Okay, so we're just going to toss our beacon into there. And there we go. Twilight Portal. Alright, so we'll head on in here. And we're mainly looking for torchberries at the moment. Just to get a few of those so we can get our glimmering living wood. And here he is. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as home. Now, actually, what's funny is that's right there's the biome that you find all the good ghasts in. But if we step into here, we should get blindness, right? Dark Forest? Yes. There it is. So I don't want to go ghast hunting with blindness. Until we get rid of that. Okay, so we are looking for torchberries. And generally, one of the best ways to find this. And I will say the mining here is usually really good. And it's easy to mine because, like, right here is Y40. And you're able to get, like, pretty much everything pretty well anywhere you go. So, I do see you over there. Okay. But anyways, here's torchberries. We're going to go ahead and grab some of these. And let's see, to make what we're going for, I've got 6 torchberries at the moment. It's 4 per glimmering living wood. Oh my gosh. Let's see, and actually, we've got a quest completed, right? Exploration... yeah, they're going to give us a luggage. Then next up, they want us to get a blank magic map. Magic map focus. Okay. Okay, I got quite a few torchberries. All in all, 17 of them. So, not bad. Let me get this. Let me dump some of this stuff out. And honestly, I think we'll probably end up running a quarry here fairly quickly, I imagine. Now, I would also like to find, while we're here, I'd like to find a raven. If we can. There's one. Forest raven. Okay. Ah, no feather. Well, here's another one. There we go. We got 4 raven's feathers. Okay, so now we need some paper. Honestly, it's probably going to be quicker just to pop over to the overworld. Let me do that. So let's pop back home real quick. We've got everything really that we need here, which is the torchberries. But I would like to go ahead and make the blank map, and we might go kill the Naga as well. Just because it wouldn't take us but a second, and it would be a bit more fun than just popping over there and then leaving. So, turn off this rain. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to take our raven's feather and combine it. Let me see. How is it made? I don't normally make this thing all that often. But we are looking for a blank magic map. Okay, it's like that. So magic map focus and then blank magic map. Okay. So that quest is done. We can go ahead and turn that in and we get a compass. And that. And then we have a quest here to get a Naga trophy. We need to find the Naga courtyard and defeat the Naga. And I actually want to do that because Maze Stone is probably one of my favorite building blocks. Anyways, Maze Stone and Naga Stone both I quite like building with. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our blank magic map and we're just going to shift right click on it and it's going to start plotting this out for us. And it's going to tell us where the bosses are in the Twilight Forest. So I see on the left there, that is I believe that's a ghast. And I know directly south and north of us is Twilight Liches. So let's fly around. Let's see if we can find ourselves a Naga. Okay, I actually already killed the Naga once. And thought I was recording, and then I noticed I wasn't. By the way, the quest, I did go ahead and turn it in, and we got a golden bag of holding. But, oh, and I died because of a bug. Like, I went over to Eden, and then I came back through, and I got suffocated in a wall as well. So, just a strange little bug that I encountered. But anyways, we're going to fight the Naga again. He's really easy. So, come on now. Come on. And I forgot gold nuggets, so we're just going to melee him. That's fine. He's not terribly difficult. This boss, a lot of the bosses in Twilight Forest are fairly somewhat tough, I guess we would say. But this guy didn't drop any Naga scales or Naga trophy, which is odd. I don't know. Anyways, Nagas are a dime a dozen. One reason I wanted to kill them, though, is because I do actually want access to these stones. I love the Naga stone stuff. So, probably one of my favorite blocks. That and the Maze Stone both are really good. Alright, so we're going to head back home. Let this world load up. Twilight Forest is like one of the slowest places to load. I remember servers like shutting off, like removing the Twilight Forest because when somebody got into the Twilight Forest and started like flying around, especially exploring new chunks, like it just lagged out the server so bad. Twilight Forest is a little bit rough on chunk loading, but it is probably one of my favorite dimensions that there is. So, okay, but we're going to go ahead and pop on through. Now, I did go ahead. I made the Horn of the Wild. I thought I was still recording. But it's no biggie. That Glimmering Living Wood, and then we need a pasture seed. Pasture seeds, I had to deal with them whenever I made these 2 floating flowers. I think I forgot to mention those. But they do require Eden grass, or any kind of, not Twilight. Well, any kind of Twilight dimension from Divine RPG. So, oh, we did get, never mind, we got Naga scales and a Naga trophy. I forgot to put them in this backpack. So, because we are going to end up running a quarry through the Twilight Forest dimension. So, but anyways, with our Horn of the Wild in hand, let's go ahead and get this set up now. So I've got this area set up here. This is a 9 by 9. Okay, and the reason I've got it that size is because this is going to be both our bone meal area for getting cotton seeds, as well as we're also going to handle the Jaded Amaranthus here. Because those two, they can really go hand in hand. There's no problem with doing that. So that's what we're going to do. Now what we're going to do is let's pop down... we'll pop down to about right here. Yeah. And we're going to set up our block placer. We're going to have it facing up into this grass. This is the Project Red expansion one. I went with this one because this one doesn't require any kind of power or anything like that. And then we'll come over to like right here, maybe. No, actually, let me change that. Let me change that around just a little bit. We're going to put the block placer on this side. And then we're going to put our autonomous activator. We'll just set it right here. It doesn't matter which way it faces or anything like that. And we are going to... Let's run some power over to this. So basically I just have to bring it over to there. And I'm just going to hook it into that same autonomous activator power line that's over here. So right in there is fine. Let me get some energy conduits. And honestly, this setup, I have not used this setup in forever because if you guys watch my normal series, you know that normally with Jaded Amaranthus setups, I tend to go with the Drum of the Wild. You know, upgrade the Horn of the Wild, get the Drum of the Wild. And that's usually what I do. But in this pack, I decided that we are going to go with a little bit different method that I used to use in the past a lot. It requires, instead of requiring a little bit of mana, it just requires a little bit of power instead. So, autonomous activator, it's getting power. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, right click, and we're going to give it this Horn of the Wild. Okay? So basically what it's doing is it's just blowing that horn. And what if I got a muffler? Let me get a muffler as well. Because I don't think that I want to hear that thing just... of course, this area is just for automation. This side of our Botania stuff, so... It's not a big deal, I guess, but... And we'll put our muffler down right there. So all the sound is going into that muffler then. Okay, and then what we're going to do is... Let's see, I'm going to want to connect this block placer up. Let me dig over to here. And what I want to do is we're just going to put the lever here on the side of this block placer, and I think... Okay, yeah, these actually require a redstone pulse. So let's go with like, let's see, what does it take to make a hourglass? Yeah. We'll just get one of these, and we're going to put, let's do 10 pieces of sand in it. So every 10 seconds, it's going to place bone meal. Now, we could do it much faster. It could be like 1 second, and that would be perfectly fine, because this is going to break as soon as stuff goes into it. Or, I mean, yeah, pretty much as fast as it can place, it's going to place. But we're going to put our hourglass down right there and put our 10 seconds of sand. And what's going to happen is, there we go. Every 10 seconds, it's going to activate, it's going to make some grass. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just give it a constant signal so it doesn't place any more grass. And then what I want to do is, let me get that bone meal out of this real quick. And we're going to set up a filter here. I mean, not a filter. We're going to set up item conduits here. And we're going to do that. We're going to say keep a stack of bone meal on hand. And let me get a crafting card as well, because we are going to want that. Because we want it to know that it can, if need be, it can craft bone meal for us. Which we have tons and tons of bones. So we'll just pop that into there. And then that's going to start filling up. Okay, good. Alright, and then next up, let's go ahead and just run a little bit of item conduits. And what we're going to do is we're going to say that, where they at? Right here. We're just going to run these out. We're going to say that you can insert on brown, and you can extract on green, always active. Okay. And then let me go ahead and break this connection off. I swear it rains all the time. But hopefully after this episode, we won't have issues with rain anymore. We'll just bring our item conduits down along through here. And we'll go ahead and bypass that autonomous activator. That autonomous activator is done. We don't need to do anything else with it. And then what we're going to do is just bring our conduits into here. Let me actually remove this. And we're going to put our vacuum chest down right here. And then we're going to connect up our conduits. I don't want this side to connect. I want this side to extract, but I want it to be on a blue channel. Okay? And then the block placer, we are going to insert on green. And let me give it a filter and say only bone meal. Alright. And then I don't think... Aha, this is given... And since these are filtered on the inputs, like input, blacklist, living rock, and so on, what we're going to do is on this extract right here, we're going to put a filter on it. And we're going to say, let me grab a piece of this bone meal here. And we're going to say that you can extract everything but bone meal. Blacklist bone meal. Okay, so it's going to stop extracting bone meal. And then I've got to get this thing cleaned off real quick. Okay, so then only this block placer can get bone meal, and that's all it can get is bone meal. And that should be good. Okay, and so then we need to handle the blue line, right? I'm importing into the interface on the brown line, but we're not actually extracting on the brown line. Let's see, that is a range of 6. I only want it... Well, we'll do that in just a second. I'm going to set it down to like a range of 1 for the time being. Okay, so... What we're going to do... Actually, I could have this just extract on the brown channel. That would be fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a trash can. We're going to set it right over here. And for right now, I'm going to say that you're never active. Okay, for the time being, because I want to do some configuration stuff here. But let's go ahead and release this redstone signal so that it can start pulsing that. And let's go ahead and set the range on this to like 3 for the time being. Alright, so the vacuum chest is picking stuff up. And this stuff all came from bone milling as well. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here so we know where everything's at. Now, I did go ahead and I set up a drawer for seeds. And I also set up a drawer for poppies and dandelions. Okay, because both of those are fairly important, I think, to keep on hand. Those all have a use, but things like potato seeds, barley seeds, water artichoke seeds, carrot seeds, mandrake seeds, I don't think there's much use at all in keeping these. I mean, technically we could run them through a bioreactor, but really this stuff doesn't make enough power to be all that useful. And I don't think that... No, there's not really any other use for biofuel. Okay. Now, garlic, we might keep this. I mean, you can plant garlic and get garlic from garlic, but if we can just get it from this setup, that would be all the better, I feel like. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull out our item filter. And let's say, let's grab these things, 5 of these. And we're going to put in mandrake seeds, potato seeds, barley seeds, water artichoke seeds, and carrot seeds into this. And there we go. We got our first cotton seed. Okay, it's not the fastest thing in the world. Honestly, I might throttle this over and let's say 5 seconds. Okay? Because really, like I said, I mean, this thing can run as fast as we allow it to run. So, that's not a problem. Oh, there's some seeds popping out of here. That's fine. Let's go ahead and dump this into there. Snowbell seeds, I think they pretty much fall under the same category. Yeah. Belladonna is the same way. Yep. Let me set the range on this up to 4. In fact, and it should only bone meal within the limits of this. And this should actually be 4 because it's going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4. And I may see if I bumped it up to 5, it wouldn't affect this terrestrial agglomeration plate. So I think we may go ahead and bump it up to 5. In fact, let me place that down. Alright, cotton seeds I do want to keep as well. And honestly, I think those 5 are the only things that I really care to keep at the moment. And I just want to make sure that all of these are filtered. And then we're just going to put this into the trash can. And I don't think there's anything else. I mean, there's potatoes, there's carrots, there's all the witchery stuff, aside from garlic, and then there's barley. Honestly, I think that's everything that could possibly come from these. So I think we'll leave it as is. And so then what's going to happen is poppies, dandelions, seeds, garlic, and cotton seeds. All of these are going to go into our AE system. Now, like I said, I've already got a drawer. I've actually got a secondary drawer. And the reason I have a secondary drawer for seeds is because I'm not going to pump these through that system. I'm going to pump them through the main AE system, right? And I don't want to put a void upgrade on that system over there because that's a multi-drawer, and I don't want it to be voiding like wheat and stuff like that. So, okay, it's actually all the way upstairs. So over here we have seeds, dandelions, poppies, and then we're just going to put in cotton seeds and garlic. And there we go. Okay, and so then all we have to do is let's just set up, let's just finish this up, connect it up, and it's going to start pumping cotton seeds into our system for us. Trying to let that do its thing. We have 4 cotton seeds at the moment. Actually, we've got more than that because I just dumped some into the system. And you can see we've already got over a stack of dandelions. Okay. So what we're going to do then, and let's actually bump the range up to 5, in fact. I know I was talking about that. That way, if the seeds happen to pop onto the edges, because we saw that earlier with the belladonna, it was right on this ridge here. It can collect all the way to this ridge. Right there. And so what we're going to do is, let's say, put this in there. Let's connect an item conduit line here, and this is going to be on the brown channel, the same insert channel. And we're going to set the priority up to, say, 15, 20, whatever. Okay. So this is the highest priority in the system, so anything that is filtered to go into this, mandrake seeds, potato seeds, barley seeds, water artichoke, carrot, snowbell, and belladonna, is going to go here. And then after that, I think this is already set up. Inserts on brown. Yep. And so then all we have to do is just plug this up. And there we go. So it's going to start pulling out the seeds. Oh, wait. Always active. There we go. So you can see it's pulling out all the seeds that it's making. And the nice thing is this setup, once we set up the Jaded Amaranthus, as soon as the Jaded Amaranthus plants something, it's going to get broken. Okay? And it's really that simple. And this way we don't have to worry about using any mana for the redstone pulses. We will still have to use a little bit of mana for the Jaded Amaranthus, but that's fine. It's going to sit right here on this vacuum chest, and all will be right with the world. Alright, let me just put this piece of dirt down, and I will probably put a little access door so that we can get down and access like the cotton, the lever there to shut off the bone meal. But for right now we have 26,000 bones, and honestly I think it's capped at the moment, so that's fine. So let's just make a really quick recipe for cottonseed bags and encode that, and we can just pop this into here. There we go. And then for our Rune of Air, we're about done with this Rune of Air at long last. So we've got concentrated cloudseed buckets automated. Cottonseed bags, light blue wool, we'll have to teach it, that's fine, it's really easy. Aether, and then air inscription tools. Okay, so let me order some gusty cores. I'm going to want 3 of these. And we're out of gas tiers. Okay, let me go put gas into the spawner for just a minute. Okay, and I was actually just editing footage and I realized it's about wrapping up. Well, time flies by too quick when we do Botania, I swear. But we are going to get that Rune of Air automated today. So I went ahead and ordered some Aether. And imagine, is it still crafting? No. I'm pretty sure actually it used my Aether that I ordered. Let me order 3 more of these. It used them to craft my 3 gusty cores. Okay, so let's pop over to the blood magic area, and we're going to get this stuff finalized and get our Rune of Air and then automate our Terra Bozu, and then we will be done. Which all of that stuff is fairly quick. Go ahead and add some blood to this. Oh, we are getting so dangerously close to not having to manually do blood anymore. Like, it's getting there, but these runes actually take a lot of effort to automate. I mean, it'll be worth it, and it's not something that I want to pass up just to rush through the runes, because this stuff's going to make our lives a lot easier moving forward, but still, I love the amount of automation that has to go into these. Alright, so we are going to work on a pattern. We're going to say Elemental Inscription Tool Air, and then we're also going to need Aether. Is it still... Oh, it's making Catalyst, I think. And I tell you what, I guess I'm going to go ahead and automate this light blue wool. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this later on, once, probably next episode. Yeah, probably next episode, we're going to get flowers automated. Because we have to get a rune of water to make the rune of spring. Not very difficult. And then what we'll do is we'll just change these two recipes over to support the flowers instead of supporting crafting that light blue. So I think that's what we'll do. Alright, so there is light blue wool. And let's go ahead and order a piece of that. And now I guess we're really just waiting on the aether at this point. What's holding up this? Yeah, we have like no life points in the system. Okay, we should have our aether now. And that's everything we need for our runes of air. So let's just pop back over to here. And we'll get our aether. We actually got a bit extra. And then we'll just set up our recipe here. Concentrated cloud seed, wildwood leaves, cotton seed bag, mana powder. And there we go. All of those. And then we'll just put these into the autonomous activator. And we'll get our runes of air made. There we go. Yeah, it still dumps 2 living rock. I don't know. It's not really a big concern to me. Oh yeah, I forgot I moved this all around. Let me actually grab this and this, because we're done with that stuff being there anyways. And I'm just going to put this right here. Let's put our... Actually, we don't need a phantom lens on this. We'll just connect that over. Okay, and can I get a potency lens, please? Go ahead and order one of those. There we go. And we'll just put this onto here. That's going to speed up the rate that this mana gets sent over by a little bit. And there we go. Okay, so our runes of air are done. Go ahead and grab those. And I'm going to put this into here. Like I say, that makes you 2 runes of air. We're going to encode it. And then we can put this into our rune thing. There we go. So now, if I was to order, let's say 4 runes of air, okay? That's 2 crafts. That's why I went ahead and got extra aether and elemental inscription tools. If we order those, we should see all this stuff get dumped into there. And it starts running. Dun, 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 dun. And you can see that the autonomous activator prepped another aether. Because we didn't actually order any like double orders last episode, so I just figured I'd show you it running. By the way, this mana battery is like filled at the moment. So, and now it's adding the next rune. And there we go. It's going to start running. Now it is kind of a nuisance that it piles that living rock up there, and it bothers me, and we may eventually adjust that. We'll see. But yeah, because it just keeps on adding like 6 up there for a double setup. That's fine. Alright, if we take a look here, we have 6 runes of air now. Awesome. And now that means that we can get our Hopper Hawk at long last. So to make the Hopper Hawk, it is 2 gray, 2 light gray, a redstone root, and a rune of air. Redstone root is standard. Thank goodness. Alright, so let's get a piece of grass. And a piece of redstone. And we're almost done for this episode. Promise. There's that, there's that. Then we just need light gray and gray. And I should have those lying around. There's light gray and there's gray. And hopefully, definitely, like towards the end of next episode, we'll get this set up so this isn't even a thing anymore. We won't have to manually get petals anymore. Because I hate doing that. Barring any surprises. But I did look at the Jaded Amaranthus, and it's really just Rune of Spring, more or less, it seemed like. So, okay, so there's our Hopper Hawk. Let's go ahead and get... Let's go ahead and make this into a floating flower. And I did make extra pasture seeds earlier because I knew I was going to want this to be... I made 1 extra one because I knew I was going to want this to be a floating flower. We'll just take blue. So glimmering blue flower, and then floating blue flower, and then floating Hopper Hawk. And then I'm also going to want an item frame. So we'll get just one of these. And then I'm also going to want a sunflower. And we'll just put our hopper hawk on the top here. And then just an item frame right there. Sunflower right there. So then it knows the only thing it can pick up is sunflowers. And it's going to pick up any sunflowers and dump them through this system. Okay? And there's a delay between the open crate and the hopper hawks picking it up. It's going to be a long enough delay that it can drop the items then onto the Tera Tera Bozu, stop the rain, and there we go. So that system, we've finally come full circle and got that system done. So, good stuff. And we should have a quest here, right? A Garden of Peace. And the Rune of Air is done. Okay, so we get 3 diamonds for that. Now, next episode, we are going to automate the mana pool. I know I've been saying that the last couple episodes. We are going to automate the mana pool. Whenever we do that, we'll be able to automate this super easily. This is basically just a bunch of mana is all that requires. Rune of Water we're going to be doing next episode so we can get Runes of Spring. Basically, very simple process. The majority of this stuff is already automated. I think I've already automated bone meal bags too. If not, that's just a recipe. Reed blocks, just a recipe. Mainly, and Aqua Ball is just a recipe as well. Just using a bunch of that stuff. The main thing is we're going to have to automate these 2 things. And what we're probably going to do is do a temporary setup because long term I would like to use Thaumcraft Golems for all of my fishing needs. But for the time being, we'll have to probably go with maybe a fisher from Mine Factory Reloaded is what we might do. And then we'll change it over to Thaumcraft Golems once we get to that point, which is still a little ways away. Rune of Spring, that's what we need for the Jaded Amaranthus. I believe, right? Yes, Jaded Amaranthus. That's just Rune of Fire, Rune of Water. We've already got Fire automated. And then it's just a number of Botania flowers. And, I mean, not Botania, vanilla flowers. We also get a Sakura sapling, not a problem. I've got those lying around. And then berry medley, which, there's that. Now, I will try to get those berries actually set up between episodes. Because I'm going to be working probably in the agriculture district like the whole time between this episode and next. And then we have to get our Rune of Earth automated. And this is really easy. Wheat seeds, stone, block of coal, double compressed dirt, mushroom stew, vines. I mean, nothing on this is really any kind of difficult. So, I will probably try to get the other mushroom added in to the farm. I do have a spot for it. I just haven't got the other mushroom seed made. So I may try to get that made so that we can, mushroom stew will be no problem. So, but yeah, I don't know if we're going to try to get the rest of the 5 basic runes automated next episode and hopefully also get our Jaded Amaranthus set up. It's not very difficult past the Rune of Spring, really. And really, that's just a matter of automating these 2. So, trying to automate all of these as we go. And hopefully next episode get our Mana Seeker Monocle as well. So anyways, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I am going to end out this episode here. If you guys did enjoy it, as always, be sure and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe, and I will see you guys then.